It's Monday. My body felt a little better now that I had some rest, but it's definitely not 100%. I need to start soon. If I keep putting it off, I'll never figure it out. A solution to this dilemma. Oh my god. If I keep putting it off, I'll never figure out a solution to this dilemma. If I rest too much, I'll eventually just give up. First of all, let's take Kana's advice. I did mess around with a lot of guys and had ditched quite a few in the past. Kana thinks that maybe the wrath from one of the boys having a grudge against me was the trigger for this whole fiasco. I'm not sure this is the truth, but it certainly is a real possibility. I don't really have a choice. I have to try anything at this point. Okay, well, I'll stop messing around with boys and throwing them off. Somehow I feel that isn't going to be possible for you. Really? Even though I went out of the way to take your advice? Well, whatever you do is up to you, right? I've practically run out of steam at this point. I don't know what else to tell you. Having said that, Kana left the classroom. Anyways, I intend to make good on my promise. I won't mess around with guys' hearts any longer. Yeah, well, I highly doubt that. You're pretty much... Yeah. Right then, can I have a word with you, Coco? The person who addressed me was... Oh, hi, Akira. Kana just left a few minutes ago, probably for the restroom. He's in the game too. Holy shit! Well, I need to speak to you for a moment. Cause the boys in this game were really just labeled like boy A, boy B. I didn't think he was in the game, but holy shit. This is Akira Shijo and Kana's boyfriend. Since he's my best friend's crush, I am graced with his presence quite often. I need to meet with you in private to discuss something about Kana. Will you meet me after school? I'll treat us to cake. A private discussion? For what? Akira is a handsome guy and the girls flock over him. I never thought I'd be invited out for cake by Akira. Even though he's dating already, it feels good to be invited by him. Listen, you thotty little girl. Stop, you little hoe. Don't do it. I may find out some important information or advice. This may not be such a bad idea. What should I do? I don't think we should go. Because I feel like if we go, right, because they're both shaken up as it is. If we go, Kana might get the wrong idea. See, girls are different, So let's say we go, they're best friends, and in a sense you would think, oh, them going out together isn't weird, but it kind of is, because if they're by themselves, it's kind of shaky. So if we go, we might set Kana's mind rattled, like left and right. She'll go a little crazy and she'll probably be hurt. She'll run, car accident. So we can avoid this. We'll decline his offer. It only makes sense to do so. Oh, okay. I thought they went. I was about to say, oh my god, you can't be serious. Of course, I wasn't the only one shocked beyond belief. Shijo, who's watching the screen is beside himself as well. Me? Why? Why was Akira in the game? The character on the screen certainly resembles Shijo. What does this mean? What does it all mean? Keep playing. I need to know why I'm in there. No, for now let's just stop. Why? I try to remain calm. I want to see what happens next, but if you make the wrong choice, this game will kill you. It's as simple as that. It's just how the game works. Kill you? You should understand the consequences by now. I don't need to explain it any further. The penalty is dying. Even at a public place like this, I don't want to cause a major uproar. Yes, you're right. We then got up and left the restaurant. Are you going to keep playing when you get home? Yes, if you don't hear back from me before tomorrow, you can assume I'm dead. I don't want to even think about that happening. Okay, see you later. Thanks for the food. I mean, it's pretty interesting that he's preparing people like Akira. I might be dead. So if you don't hear from me, I'm dead. Like, nightfall came and I opened up my mobile phone and resumed my save point. There were two possible choices. I must decide carefully. I can't afford to make a mistake this far into the game. What should I do? Decline his offer. I can't do it. I can't give in to temptation. So how about it? Will you go with me? I'm sorry. I can't this time. Okay, I'm not going to force you. At that, Akira turned and left. Akira, there we go. Kana walked back into the room a moment after. Hey Kana, are you and Kira... Hey Kana, are you and Akira going steady? Why do you want to know all of a sudden? Of course, we're in love. Right. Akira needed to talk to me about Kana. Is their relationship going steady or did she make that up? I'm curious, but I know I'm right in not pursuing it. It isn't work throwing my life away over something like that. What? What do you mean? Throwing your life... Whatever. After school, I was true to my word and declined offers from all boys who tried to get me to go out. Wow. What a drag. I never thought it would feel so dull not going out and doing anything. But if I continued to play guys like I did, I wouldn't live to regret it. I didn't know anything for sure, but I'm going to do what I need. I'm going to do what I need to in order to stay alive. This is interesting. Holy shit! I've gotten it right 6 times in a row. If there is a God, I'm definitely being blessed by them. But the game is becoming more and more bizarre and unpredictable. Akira Shijo's appearance. The game mimics reality and is spot on so far. His avatar was a perfect replica of his real self. His speech also matches his in person. So his existence in the game is very significant somehow. Being the case, does Shijo hold the key to clearing the game? Shijo seemed to be legitimately worried about Iwasaki and Mihashi's accident. I don't think he's taking Baten as seriously as he should. It seems that it'll be necessary to meet with him once again. After all, I did tell him that I'd contact him to let him know I'm still alive and well. I sent an email saying that I want to meet with him tomorrow. This is interesting. This is crazy, man. Hurry. Hurry up. I hear a voice urging me again. However, no matter how many times I've heard it, I can't get used to it. Yuji, just shut up. Please. Stop acting like an idiot. Calm down already. Kyuhei. Ah. Huh? The groaning stopped as I woke up to the morning sun shining through the window. It was the usual nightmare. Yuji and other dead people seemed to be trying to harass me in my sleep. As for what they're wanting, I should be clearing the game sometime soon. I swiftly hopped out of bed with renewed energy. I discovered that Shijo had responded immediately after I sent the email to him last night. I'm going to skip class today, and can you too? I want to meet up. He seems to want to know why he appeared in Baden as much as I do. There wasn't any reason why I should throw him off. I can't concentrate at school recently due to the unfolding events. Alright, they'll both skip class. The meeting place was Tensio Shrine. Shijo was waiting there in casual clothes. It's good that you survived. Thank you. So, have you progressed so far? For starters, what kind of game is this so-called Bad End? I want to know more details about the overall structure. Well, I nodded and told him what I've experienced since I started the game. After telling him the general plot and game structure, a few concerns immediately came to mind. The first bothersome thing in mind. Iwasaki seems to have a habit of screwing around with guys. That's part of the game's plot. So that's why you brought that up when we first met. But I'll say it again, the Coco I know in real life isn't that type of person. So why is there a plot twist like that? The game seems to totally look down upon her character. I can't help but feel resentment towards her. Resentment? Iwasaki seemed to invoke someone's wrath and was being stalked because of it. Do you think there could be even the slightest possibility? The words come out of Soji. I said Soji. Oh my god. The words come out of Shijo like a weak old man. Oh man. It's possible that could be true. What? What? What do you mean? I've kept it a secret from Kana, but I did meet with Coco before. Huh? So the game's scenario was accurate after all? It makes sense that the correct answer was not to accept his offer in the game to go out. What you're saying sounds spot on. The meeting played out very similar to that. Oh shit! Oh shit! What was the meeting about? Was Kana mentioned? Well, there was something. We've been dating almost half a year now. We've been going steady as lovers for quite a while, but we haven't thought about going further, you know? Oh, okay. Well, so what? So what I'm getting at is, are you willing to be more serious? Do you think it's about time we commit to each other more? I, I don't understand what you're getting at. But don't you think that you should think about Kana's feelings first? I see now. That has to be it. Wait, wait. So he and Coco met. We declined his offer, but in reality, they met. And I assumed something between Coco and Shijo was going on. Or if that's not the case, he wanted to go, further with Kana, have sex. I guess that's what he wanted. But she wasn't willing to do so just yet. So I assumed he went to Coco, assuming that she would be able to either convince Kana to do so or convince Coco to go further with him. Okay, these points are coming, man. It makes sense. It was a heated conversation. It was an intimate conversation and one I could never talk to Kana about. But please don't misunderstand. Nothing has changed, okay? Nothing new has happened between us. Oh, I see. But Kana totally misunderstood the situation. I knew it! I fucking knew it! I told you! I knew it! Hey, what are you doing? Kana, what are you doing here? Well, I've been tailing you since you left school. I felt something fishy was going on. No, you're totally misunderstanding this. Then why were you having a secret meeting all the way out here? What were you two talking about? Well, I just couldn't bring myself to tell Kana. I couldn't tell her the truth. It didn't feel right. It's not fair, Coco. I hate you. Kana, wait, don't! In a confused state, Kana ran out into the road. Then, I knew it. I guessed it. How did I know? I fucking guessed it. I said it. It said, if we meet with Shijo, Kana will know. She'll see it. She'll get a misunderstanding, run out into the road, accident. And that's what happened. I'm the best. I'm the best at this. Even though it's slightly cliche, anybody could have probably guessed it, but I'm the best. Then she was hit by a car. To be honest, it wasn't the driver's fault. I mean, she just ran out into the street. The ambulance arrived on the scene and immediately took her to the hospital. They were able to save her life, but she's now comatose. That was the last time we were talking to each other. I see. That seems consistent given that Mihashi is definitely in a coma when we went to check on her in the hospital. But I have an obligation to Kana. The feeling struck me like a needle driven into my brain. That means the one bearing a grudge against Iwasaki is... No way. I can't believe it. Then, shortly afterward, Coco was involved in an accident as well. She had mentioned she felt that something was after her, right? Yes, that's correct. There's no way this could just be a coincidental situation. There's no hardcore tangible evidence, but it just makes too much sense. It seems like the only possibility, the one that had the grudge against Iwasaki, it's Mihashi, isn't it? You've got to be kidding me. This would make sense given the facts. After Mihashi was involved in the accident, Iwasaki was targeted and injured not long afterwards. Mihashi just didn't have it in her to forgive Iwasaki, who was proceeding to steal her lover. That's a misunderstanding. That's the facts. She was in an accident due to a misunderstanding. She fell into a coma still bearing a grudge. The wrath of Mihashi came out and attacked Iwasaki. Holy fuck! Mihashi's grudge was just too strong. Do you think that she might be involved in the creation of Bad End? This would be a clear motive to do something like this. Even though I considered the possibility, it was just way out there. However, Shijo wasn't trying to shoot down my theory. Oh shit, Kana, I can't believe this. Why aren't you going after me? It's me who you should be after. Damn it! It seemed she truly believed it was her best friend's fault and not her boyfriend's. What it comes down to is she misunderstood by Iwasaki asking you to meet with her. I can't believe this. All the pieces fit together. This was the only possible explanation this was the only possibility I could think of. What are you going to do? Will you continue playing the game? I need to know the truth. Please keep going and solve this thing. Please, I'm begging you. Yeah, I'll keep going. I'll contact you again after the next session to let you know I'm still alive. She just seemed to be legitimately shocked. He walked away with his back hunched. I'm going home as well. I'm going to be Bad End for sure. Dude, holy fuck, like that's some shit. That's crazy. That's really crazy. That's really fucking crazy. The adrenaline rush started thinning out a few hours after I started for home, but the thought still nagged at me again and again. The fear of Mihashi actually being behind this insane game grew stronger each passing second. When Iwasaki was attacked by the cursed shadow, Mihashi was behind it the whole time. I opened the mobile phone and fire up Bad End. I'm coming closer to the truth. Wait, but think of it like this. I assume Mihashi is the cursed shadow. It's her grudge. But how did the game become real? How was she able to make the game when she fell into a coma the same day? You know, like how? I have been thinking while I lay in bed. Why am I being attacked? Was it because I'm screwing around with guys and invoking their wrath? I kept going over it in my head. The logic is a really long stretch. But I've done this to myself and caused someone to hold a grudge for playing with their heart. I deserved it, didn't I? If this was a hit slasher movie, it would probably be heavily chopped apart by critics. After all, it can attack me anywhere at any time. It feels like it must really hate me. Huh? Something just came to mind. Since I'm staying indoors, does that guarantee I'll be safe? Let's think about this. The situation I was in while being attacked. I was on my way home from the convenience store in the middle of the night. The next incident was at the Tensio Shrine while having the exorcism performed. The most recent attack was on the roof of the school. One thing was common in all of these circumstances. Kana was present at each. No way! Kana is my best friend, but even best friends are apart for some length of time during a single day. However, each time I was attacked by the cursed shadow, Kana was with me. Is this just a huge coincidence, or... We have to question Kana being the cursed shadow. That has to be the choice to go with. We can't just believe what Kana says, because all she says is, let it go. You shouldn't work up too much about it. It's maybe nothing, blah blah blah. Or it's just the wrath of a lover that's coming after you. But how? You know, most guys don't really hold grudges for that long. But knowing Kana, she is a female and is able to hold a grudge for long periods of time. But the game follows in real life, so we know that in real life that was the reason why the cursed shadow appeared. She saw Iwasaki and Shijo together and she was pissed. She misunderstood the situation and held a grudge for assuming that her best friend was taking her boyfriend away from her. But in the game, it follows the same thing, but in the game it's a little different with our choices. But we do have to question Kana being the cursed shadow within the game. So that's the choice we have to go with. I want to be totally mistaken, but the doubt I harbored didn't disappear in the slightest. The only way to find out is to meet up with Kana. I should confirm it by meeting her alone in a place with very few people, this room for example. But how will I escape if she happens to be the cursed shadow? I call Akira to come as well. Akira is Kana's boyfriend. He'll be able to do something if Kana in fact is the cursed shadow. Okay, I decided to send Akira a text. Oh man, things are heating up, baby. Fortunately, he was able to make time to come, and even better was that he wasn't with Kana at the present. Wow, so this is your room, huh? You're no stranger to girls' rooms, are you? I have to admit, this room is very similar to Kana's. But is it okay to talk alone like this? Well, I told him that I needed to talk urgently and made something up. He mentioned meeting at the restaurant, which was reasonable, but it wouldn't be ideal for what I had in mind. I actually needed to have a serious discussion with you. Huh? I'm going to call Kana to come over as well. This is not a laughing matter. It might not be pretty, I'm just warning you. I didn't try and sugarcoat it. I need you to wait in the guest room next door. You should be able to hear our conversation through the wall. And if the conversation starts to get out of hand, I want you to come in. I want you to intervene. You two may have an argument. Why? For starters, is there anything that I need to know about? Are you guys in trouble? I don't have time to go into details. Just please say you'll help me out. Okay, I'll do it. I just wish I understood what this was about. Thank you. You really don't want to know. With everything planned out, all I had to do was call Kana. Things are heating up, baby. Then, Kana came. It's been such a long time since I've been in this room. Make yourself at home. Kana and I sit down facing each other. Akira should be able to overhear our conversation from the room next door. I speak a bit louder to make sure of it. I wanted to talk to you about that cursed shadow thing, the thing that keeps attacking me. Well, I think it'll stop if you stop screwing around with guys' heads. I didn't like where this was going. I decided to get straight to the point. You're really the cursed shadow, aren't you? What? I backed up my assertion with the fact she was present each time I was attacked. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize a million times. I'm just trying to rule out every possibility. Kana? Kana burst out laughing. Maybe I'm completely off the mark. But her laugh. So it was you. I finally revealed the truth. Something akin to fog erupts from Kana's body, and it materializes into the cursed shadow. So you finally found me out. Kana, are you seriously responsible for all this? Hey, Coco, what's going on? Akira yelled out desperately through the walls. It seemed that he's not liking what he's hearing. What's this? Akira? Why? As expected, as soon as Akira appeared, her attitude disappeared. I see. You want Akira to protect you, right? That was your plan from the start. What does it all mean? Why are you after me? What did I do to you to deserve this? What did I do, you say? In spite of trying to steal my boyfriend? Huh? This is a big reason for my grudge. You took away my Akira. I can't forgive you for that. Huh? Huh? Took away from you? What do you mean? This doesn't make any sense. But Akira, you are my lover. I'm never going to let Coco have you. Holy fuck. Kana unleashed the cursed shadow on me. I hope that Shiju would catch her in time, but the shadow was just too fast. See you soon. What did she mean? What was she implying by that? I hadn't a clue. I fainted on the spot, unable to process everything that had happened so quickly. Dude, oh my fucking god. To be continued. To be continued? What? Who? What the hell? I started dumbstruck at the text "to be continued" on the screen. I stared dumbstruck at the text "to be continued" on the screen. The screen displayed this text for another 5 seconds, then had faded and saved. To be continued? But does that mean I didn't beat it yet? The scenario seems to have reached a conclusion, yet I figured this was it and I would get all the answers, but it seems I was mistaken. I heard a chime from my phone and checked my email. I was shocked by what I read. The truth will, the truth will be revealed tonight at midnight. Huh? An image of a map was attached to the email. The map was of the town where Iwasaki and Mihashi are living, the town setting in Bad End. Also, a certain spot had been marked on the map. At midnight, is it saying to go there at midnight? See you soon. Mihashi has said it right before the game session ended, so that means the truth isn't revealed in the game itself. So the mystery will be solved in the real world. Only the player who survived up until this point is given a chance to know the truth. Anyway, I made it to the end. This is reason enough to be proud. The game that's killed all those players, and I cleared it. However, Mihashi was really behind the whole damn incident. Mihashi completely misunderstood the relationship between Iwasaki and her lover. That's where it all began. She was involved in an accident due to a misunderstanding and rendered comatose. This caused her to haunt Iwasaki and drove her into an accident as well. On top of that, Mihashi made the game Bad End just for this reason. She did this to make Iwasaki suffer. I was sure I had all the facts right. It's not conclusive, but still, I'll get her to tell me everything. Most of all, I want to know why all those people and my best friend had to die. Why did Yuji have to die? I wanted to know the truth and why he was possessed to play this twisted game. I must go to this spot on the map and find out. I have to tell Shijo about this. As shocking as it will be, I have to tell him straight out. I called up Shijo. What happened? I talked about the fact that I cleared the Bad End and backed up my reasoning with concrete details. Well, that's unfortunate. Upon Shijo hearing the news, his voice became sulky. Can I come over tonight? Kana will come, won't she? Most likely, yes. I think something like a shadow will appear. It will come out of Mihashi's body. I need to talk to Kana. Please, I have to. I was going to ask if you could join me anyways. I could use your help. Thank you. After the revelation was revealed, I hung up with Shijo. For now, I need to calm down. I'll put an end to all this come midnight. I must prepare myself physically and mentally. You know, originally my thought was, what if the creator was Akira himself? And he's just a really good actor. You know, now, I'll put it like this. Kana got into an accident because of a misunderstanding between Kana and Shijo, right? So, Shijo's anger towards Iwasaki, you know, to Koko's fault, you know. It was, you know, Shijo was angry at Iwasaki because she thought it was her fault for not noticing Kana tailing them. So he was angry at Iwasaki, he bore a grudge. So his grudge, you know, shook Iwasaki, and as it shook Iwasaki, she got into an accident as well. With that following, he made the game Bad End to portray everything that happened in that night and giving players a choice of what could happen. Now, to me, I don't know how this affects the players who have died playing the game already, but for me, that's what I think actually happened. But to me, right now, looking at it as it is, I don't think Akira was behind the game at all. Unless he's a really good actor. He might be, you never know. But I don't think he was behind the game at all anymore because of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right if it's him. It does not feel right. So we're gonna find out what the fuck is going on. I met up with Shijo and we went to the place marked on the map. The only sounds heard were our own footsteps. We finally made it to the appointed place. Is it right here? Yeah. It ended up being a deserted park illuminated slightly by some nearby lamppost. It seems nobody will be disturbed by whatever ends up happening. It's about 5 minutes till midnight. It's almost time. Is Kana really the one behind this whole thing? I couldn't possibly imagine it. But it's the truth. You can't deny it. You mentioned on the way over here, your best friend was killed by this game, right? Yes, I'm almost positive that was the case. He probably made a mistake early on in the game. I told Shijo about my main concern for finding out the mystery and why I was putting my neck on the line to beat the game. Hearing about how I lost my best friend, Akira responded with a sad expression. Even though it brought back an emotional memory, it wasn't Akira's fault because he didn't know. So what do you think about Kana? I mean, being in the hospital in a coma, why will you still visit her if she remains that way? It's true that Mihashi misunderstood everything from the beginning, and the coma stemmed from it. While she misunderstood, it doesn't excuse what she did. Although I haven't heard it from her yet, I'm fairly certain it's the truth. Shijo naturally wants to protect Mihashi. I would like to think that tonight will end on a happy note, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. Yeah, do you think it would be a good idea if you watch from behind cover? Why? In case I was suddenly attacked. In that case, you can get away in time. I couldn't leave you behind. Please, just listen to me. I don't want both of us to die. No more sacrifices in vain. It can't be helped. I'll do as you say. Oh man. Shija took cover behind the bush like I asked. I glanced at my wristwatch. It's almost midnight. And the time was midnight on the dot. I took a deep breath and called out in a raised voice. Mihashi, are you there? If you're here, come out. My voice echoed through the night. Then I felt a slight presence. The shadow. Woo! A form blacker than the night sky appeared before me. It was identical to the cursed shadow that appeared in Bad End, the one responsible for Yuji's death. Finally, I meet you at last. You're surely behind this twisted game. I knew I was right. I said this bravely for someone who wasn't armed. I'm sure if I attacked it in any way, it wouldn't hurt the thing at all. Whatever may happen, fighting probably isn't an option. Will I make it out of this alive? It's not looking good, but I have to know the truth. I made it to the spot that you said. Now start talking. I want to know everything. Although I probably have a good idea of what's happening. Really? Odd, is it truly surprised by this? There's no way you can understand. What do you know about me? I take the initiative and explain what I know. I'll tell you exactly what you've done wrong and are accountable for. I'll tell you about the truth, about the oh my god. I'll tell you about the tragedy that you caused. Mihashi paused for a moment to let it sink in. Woo, woo. Akira is a lover, my one and only. Coco, how dare you betray me? It's all a misunderstanding. Shijo couldn't take it anymore and sprung from his hiding place. Kana! Oh, Akira, my darling, Akira! Ah, Akira, my Akira! This is all a misunderstanding. Kana, I could never abandon you. The only time I could talk was at that time, and Coco was the only person I could think of. Because I love you, I couldn't tell you about the meeting. It would have hurt too much. Please believe me, Kana. Ah, then Mihashi began to tremor intensely. What the fuck is going on? The space around her became warped. What was just a dark shadow slowly took shape in the form of a woman. Oh my fucking god! The next moment, the words from Mihashi came out with a blood-curdling scream. I don't believe you! Kana, you... This thing is one and the same as the original Mihashi. Even all this time after the accident, all the negative feelings pent up have gone out of control. The result, this evil being that stands before us. Coco betrayed me. She's nothing but a slut. Is that the real reason? Because Coco is a man-eater? To look down upon her? Yes, Coco is that type of human. You haven't answered any of my questions. Why did you kill the other players? You had no right to do so. I'm trapping Coco's soul into the game. She'll never get out. The truth is, whenever someone dies as a result of Bad End, Coco's soul bears the brunt of it with dire consequences. She's punished for their mistakes. Then Coco bears a grudge against the player, and she in turn murders that person. Holy shit! This was the whole purpose of my game, but I'm the only one that actually killed them. How could you do such a selfish thing? The player's last thoughts before they died it was Coco. She was the monster. Then I showed the entirety of what transpired to Coco's soul, and she would break down crying. Everything was meant to torment Coco. I see now. I knew that there had to be a bigger reason for this whole plot, but did Yuji have to die because of the demon's selfish acts? Kana, please, you've done enough. No more, please. How do we Oh, how do we wake Kana and Coco? Tell us. That's not possible. What? The title of the game is Bad End, so that means there's no happy endings. You can't be serious. Damn it! Stop messing around. All your hopes just got dashed into despair. Now die! An overwhelming darkness races at us like a rabid beast. This is it. I'm done for. I'm no match for it even if I resist. I'm going to die here. Damn, I'm too young to die. I want to shout this, but it all seems so hopeless. If anything, it felt good to die knowing how Yuji was killed. You have done well, Yuhei. Kyuhei. Huh? What are they? Shijo screamed and dodged back, and edged back. Then... Ah! The area around Mihashi started changing. Something it obviously didn't like. It's the spirits of those that... Oh my fucking god! It's the spirits of those that died. They're coming to help us. Let's do this. No games. Wait, those are... Kyuhei. That voice. Yuji? Is that you? We have been waiting all this time to fight back against the one who murdered us. Ugh. I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. Die. 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 I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll shred you into teeny tiny pieces. They are the souls of the dead people killed by Bad End. They must seek revenge. They've held grudges for too long. Karma is a bitch. Oh my god. Stop it. Mihashi struggles and tries to resist desperately. Oh shit, that was by accident. No, go back. Come on. Mihashi struggles and tries to resist desperately, but the souls of the dead people persist and keep at Mihashi's body, slowly cutting her down. Help! Akira! Shijo is aghast of the scene playing out before him, but he gritted his teeth and shouted, "The one who I'm going to help is the real Kana in the hospital. You're the reason that Kana is suffering through this nightmare. Just die already." "No, you're wrong. It's me, Kana, the real Kana. I'm right here." Oh my fucking... This is... Oh my lord, like... An unintelligible spring of words erupted from Mihashi. The souls of the dead people had vanished as well. Yuji, even though I... Why is it not letting me read it? There we go. Did he pass on to the afterlife? Is he resisting in peace? It seems that now I can finally pray his soul. That's true. About Kana and Coco, they're probably free from the curse. That evil spirit was truly terrified. Terrified? That evil spirit was truly terrifying. I'm still shaken by the whole thing. I agree. It was all totally unbelievable. They even came to me in my dreams, urging me to keep playing Bad End. At one time, though, I thought they were haunting me and cursing me. But that assumption was quickly laid to rest. They were wishing to be freed from the curse as well. It's finally over. Let's go check on them. It's very late now. It'll soon be dawn. Alright. I opened the mobile phone to have a look. Then I watched as the Bad End icon slowly dissolved from the screen. It was as though I never downloaded it at all. Dude, that's fucking crazy, bruh. Now imagine the spirits didn't come out and they actually died. That'd been fucking crazy. Morning eventually came without me sleeping a wink. I laid out of school again and met Shijo in front of the hospital. "Hi, good morning." "Good morning. You couldn't sleep either, huh? You look like a zombie." Besides the restlessness, his eyes were glimmering with anticipation. I waited for this day to come. It's truly a miracle in itself. I was informed before coming that Kana and Coco really have awakened. Alright! I'm kinda happy, you know? Kinda fucking happy. Shijo and I made our way into the hospital, went through the same procedure as last time. We were finally called on to visit Mihashi's room. "Kana! Akira?" Mihashi, who was placid and pale, stared at her boyfriend from her bed. Thank you for coming. Hey, that's my line. I waited so long for you to wake up. Her eyes catch my face incidentally. Who's that guy? It seems she doesn't remember anything about the incident. He's a good friend of mine. He was really worried about you too. She gestures to follow his lead. I nodded in silence. So what were you about to say? It looked like you were going to say something. What I was going to tell you about what had happened, it was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I know that. There's no way you'd betray me like that. What the fuck do you mean? Coco wouldn't do that. She wouldn't betray me. Mihashi's eyes started to get moist, then tears rolled down her cheeks. I was filled with selfishness after the accident and caused so much trouble. No, no, it's okay. It's over now. Will you hear me out? I had a very scary dream. I was frozen in place. Mihashi's scary dream. What kind of dream did you have? Mihashi gave an apologetic expression with tear-streaked eyes. In my dream, I had become a terrible monster. Though I don't remember it in detail, it was very disturbing. I was so scared. I believe a large number of people died because of me. If word of this got around, there was no way anyone else would believe it. But what she described is exactly what happened in Bad End. The game was her dream. It was a game that formed off of her memories, and she forged her memories around into a way that turned out that Coco suffered for the misunderstanding that she saw, that she believed was real. Oh, we got the trueness. This is the realness. Mihashi's misplaced wrath was responsible for the murder of a large number of people due to that game. Please, it was a dream. Tell me it was a dream. Of course it was. Shijo made eye contact with me as to follow along. I nodded again. The visiting hours finally ended and we had to leave. Shijo spoke up. I'm sorry, but I know it's for the best. I don't mean to hold a grudge against her for what happened. It was all a series of misfortunes. Thank you so much for understanding. It means a great deal to me. Thank you again. Come on, let's go check up on Coco. Even though visiting hours ended, but you know. Akira! Hi, long time no see. Coco Iwasaki. I immediately recognized her from the game. She was just as pretty as in the game. My heart started throbbing unintentionally. Did you skip out on classes just to come see me? I heard that Kana had awakens. There was no way anything could have stopped me from coming right away. Kana? Too? I knew it. Knew what? Maybe she... You never stayed in contact, have you? You said you didn't see her since childhood, right? Well, yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, I explained that I am actually a friend of Iwasaki. This is awkward. What should I do to make sense of this? Kyuhei Inui. So you remembered? Yes, I remember it all. Haha, that's good to hear. Shijo is actually misunderstanding a bit. In actuality, Iwasaki and I aren't acquaintances at all. Iwasaki is remembering the event from Bad End, unlike Mihashi. Listen, I want to be alone with Inui for a moment. Alright, so you two are pretty close, huh? Possibly you two kept the promise for the future? With that remark, Shijo left the room. Thank you for your help. So you didn't forget what had happened in the events of Bad End? Yes, unfortunately, I remember it all. For several months, I was tormented beyond anything you could imagine. My soul was torn from my body by that game, and I could only sit and helplessly watch. Every time a player killed me in the game, I felt intense pain, and the wrath of Kana's spirit attacked the player. The player mistook it for me holding a grudge, and as a result was killed. I was in so much pain. It's just as the shadow had said. Iwasaki had suffered so much pain and torment, but then help came. You decided to play the game and save my life. The truth is, I played the game because I wanted to know what killed my best friend. No matter what the risk was, I needed to know. You persevered to the end and helped me. I believe that's persevered. I might be wrong. I think it's preserved. Thank you so much. Iwasaki laughed calmly. Her smile immediately set me at ease. But there was something I still needed to ask her. Do you have any resentment towards Mihashi? No. Kana was not the one was not the one responsible for tormenting me. I had fallen victim to someone's bad intentions by pure chance. That's actually a relief. It seems she doesn't remember that detail of Bad End. It's probably for the best to keep the secret to myself. I don't hold a grudge against her for what happened. Okay. Whew! That's good. So if that, everything is settled. So I guess my business here is done. I guess I'll say goodbye to Iwasaki. For some reason I feel a deep sense of longing, a sense of loneliness. Listen, Inui. Hmm? Will you come visit me again? Oh! Huh? What did she just say? Just like Kana and her boyfriend, I want someone to be with, someone to visit me and spend time with me and to talk to. That would truly make me happy. I see. Captivated by her beauty, there was no way I could decline. Oh, my son gonna get himself a nice little girlfriend. If a player had cleared Baden, there was a reward waiting at the end. Maybe this was what that meant after all. The incentive for players to play the game. But I never imagined that the reward would be in this form. You know what? The reward I thought was gonna be like a chance to revive a person that had died, but that's not the case. So then, sometime later, you seem to be in high spirits lately. Oh, I'm finally dating. What? Kaname's face registered shock that I had never seen him do before. Why are you surprised? There's still some good guys left, you know. I I see. So you finally let it go, Yuji's circumstances and all. Oh, it was really good. I really owe you a lot. Thank you. I think I read those two sentences wrong. I think it was I let go of Yuji's circumstances. It really helped a lot. I think that's what. Okay. Oh me, what did I do? It was due to Kaname that I was able to make the initial contact with her. He has seen how depressed I was and invited me out for sweets. Without that, I might not have found out the truth. I like this. So I was able to track her down quicker than expected. Q, hey! Hey, Coco! It was only until recently that I started using an informal way of oh my god, an informal way of addressing her. I now call her by her first name, Coco. Everywhere we went, everyone immediately knew we were a pair. How was your body feeling? It's doing better. I can go out much longer due to getting my strength back. In the hospital, her muscles had atroped to the point where she couldn't even stand up. With rehabilitation, her strength slowly returned. For the past week is when she was finally able to walk again. Shijo insists that Coco is still immature, but I think that the whole experience changed her. In my opinion, I think it's made her a bit more assertive, which is a plus. It helps her self-esteem. It helps her self-esteem. Kana and Akira seem to be going steady now as well. Yeah, I agree. Shall we go on a double date one of these days? You know, that's not such a bad idea. Kana Mihashi, her rehabilitation is also going well. Each day is progressively better. Shijo is constantly inspiring her and helping her out, so I don't have to worry. By the way, Bad End has completely disappeared. Yeah, the game's webpage is also gone as well. The author is gone and the game hasn't somehow cursed us with its existence again. Thank goodness. From that day, Bad End had completely disappeared from the internet. The devoted posters on the BBS anonymity board who had been wanting a copy were sad, but if only they knew what was in store for them, they would have stayed the hell away from it from the start. Do you think a game like that will be made again? I honestly don't know. Even if there was, I'd never play it. That's a relief. If you die without me, I'll be all alone. Coco folded her arms Coco folded her arms over me and gave me a warm embrace. Oh, so cute! I lost my best friend to this whole tragedy, but in the end, I was happy. Aw, so cute. How cute. If I learned anything, is that a small misunderstanding can make a mountain out of a molehill. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if something similar to Bad End was created again someday. Hopefully, it would get deleted before anyone got injured or worse, killed. All I could do is pray that it wouldn't come to that. Staff. What? Oh, we finished. The game is over. We beat Baden, and we got a good ending. I was kind of scared to play it because I thought I was gonna get a really shitty ending, and then I'd have been kind of pissed, like, wow, he died, like, what the fuck, like, But we got the good ending. We got the true ending of the game, which I'm actually kind of surprised. I usually fuck up these visual novel games and get a bad ending multiple times before I find the way to the true ending, but I'm kind of happy. It turned out pretty happy. Granted, I thought the ending reward was going to be him given a chance to revive somebody back to life and the events to be erased, but that didn't happen. But he did get himself a girlfriend, which was Coco, which was the reward, and I'm happy for Kyuhei. I'm kind of happy for him. I'm not sad that he that I don't know how to really put it. I'm not sad that he still resents on his best friend's death. Instead, I'm happy that he was able to get over it and use that to persevere and beat the game. So that's amazing. I'm happy. I still don't like Coco from the game in Bad End, but I do like the reality Coco in the game. You know what I'm trying to fucking say. So I really enjoyed this game. If you guys want to play this game yourselves, I will leave a link to the game in the description below. I bought the game for like $1. I don't know how much it is regular price, but I remember when I bought it was $1. So if you want to get yourself into this game and play through it like I did, I'll leave a link to the Steam. I'll leave the Steam link in the description below, and I'll see you guys then. What's this? It said that there is a game in which a person that dies in the game will also die in real life. I'm playing it right now. So what's the title of this game? You're next. Wait, what? What's the title of this game? You're next. Thank you for playing. Your score evaluation is as follows. This evaluation is based on the first playthrough, being such you probably made a few wrong decisions, which is natural. The evaluation is decided by how many times you encountered bad end from the start to finish. The final score is not influenced by a second playthrough and onwards. The score is permanent on the first playthrough. We appreciate your understanding. So don't feel like you did poorly based on this score. The only way to get the highest possible score is to not make a single mistake. Now for your evaluation. Rank Super. You cleared the game without Kyuhei dying a single time. You're definitely a very lucky person and know your games. And with that, the game's over. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.